Now, welcome to our class today, which we were having about Sage. And yesterday we talked about Sage. We explained how to create the list of customers, how to create the company profile, then also how to create the products, and also how to create the accounts. So I hope up to that particular given moment, now you can be able to interpret those particular given procedures that you can be able to use when you are creating those particular given what? A list of items, customers, and so on. So maybe if you have a question before we proceed, you can just raise the question so that we can hear.
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yes.
So when you look at those particular given details, for you to be able to run all those particular given profiles, I said first you need to go and click what? The module. So when you click modules, mostly you'll be able to see all those particular given features that will be displayed in that particular given menu. So that module carries a lot of menu that you need to be able to interact with that particular given what? Menu. So remember in QuickBooks, we were using each menu in different scenarios. But now, when you look at this particular given case, we have also other cases that we'll be able to encounter. And these particular given cases, we have seen that in most of the scenarios, you need to understand how to create how you can create also the vendors, suppliers, items. But in this particular given case, when you want to work with the suppliers, mostly you go and click module, then you select suppliers. So when you select suppliers, you'll be able to see a layout in this particular given form. In this particular given layout, mostly it will tell you how you'll be able to work in this particular given program. So in this particular given case, in QuickBooks, we said when you want to make the purchases, mostly you can be able to use the vendor column, the vendor row. But in this particular given case, you switch first to supplier so that you can work with supplier. If you want to work with customer, you switch it back to customer. If you want to work with the bank, you switch it back to bank. So in this particular given case, already we have switched to supplier. So in this supplier, we have some features that you have seen here, like the new supplier, you can be able to add a new supplier. If you want to edit, you can easily edit the supplier in this particular given what? Column. But also you can still make a new purchases order. I hope this is not a new term, the way you have been seeing it in most of the cases where we have been using QuickBooks. But in this particular given case, when you want to make purchases order, you just click here. Still, when you are here, you can also use this particular given what? Icon here, which is used to new purchases what? Order. So what is on your left-hand side, it's being summarized by this particular given what? Layout that you are seeing in this particular given program that we call it Sage program. So it's very good for you to understand so that you can be able to link the two knowledge or the two skills, both in Sage and also in QuickBooks. So in this particular given case, assume I want to make a purchases order. So what I'll do, I'll just click what? Purchases, new purchases what? Order here. So when I click new purchases order, automatically I'll be able to go to the vendors where I need to make the purchases. So in this particular given category, I'll go to what? Account name. Then I can be able to select a vendor. Our vendor here is Mohammed Sand Limited. So I'll be able to select, then I click what? Okay. So when I click okay, remember this particular given terms, we had also a credit limit. So we need just to accept because it is a notification that tells us when we want to proceed purchasing with that particular given vendor or we stop purchasing from that particular given vendor. So we have also a project reference. Since we are saying purchases, you can just say purchases or you can select from this particular given list if we have. But in this particular given, you can create yours. Then we have reference. The reference number, mostly it's just a number that can be assigned for any transaction that you are doing. You can easily assign that particular given reference number. So for this particular given scenario now, when you want to assign that particular given reference number, you'll be able to come and write P as an example, or you write P001, or you just indicate there 1, so long as it's a reference number. So it will depend with the way you want to assign your reference number in this particular given case. Then we have also here now the product that you want to sell. So you can just click here. Then you select maybe what? We have iron sheets. So when you select iron sheet, you click what? Okay. So once you click OK, we'll have description here. We have quantity. Quantity, you can put it maybe to be what? 10 iron sheets. Then we have price. Then we have what? Net. Then we have VAT. VAT mostly it will deduct the VAT itself. So this particular given person will need to pay a VAT of 96.25. Yeah. So when you look at this one, when you click a new column, a new row, it will recalculate. So this one will be 550,000, 5,500. Yeah, because when you buy 10 iron sheets at a cost of 550, you get it is what? 5,500. You can also choose another item here. Maybe we have Congress. You select, then you click OK. Then you can be able to specify here. So when you specify, you'll be able to put like 5. So when you put 5, it will calculate, then you will see the total figure that you'll be able to incur when you are paying that particular given Congress. Maybe 5 times, you'll be able to spend like 10,000 here. Then we have also another item. You can also scroll here so that you can see all of them. We had sand. You can select sand. When you select sand, you can be able to specify here. It will do maybe what? Maybe 10 also. So once you specify now in this particular given case, this is just making a purchases order. So when you make these purchases order, you'll be able to see some figures that will be indicated here. So this is the total amount that you need to pay, 215,500. Then we have also the gross total. When you include the VAT tax, you'll be able now to pay 253,212.50 in this particular given case. So when you click now, you can be able to click what? Save and close. Yeah. So when you click save and close, you can click here. Then you now close. So when you, now you can be able to see place order. Now, after making purchases order, you can now place your order that you want to sell, you want to buy now. So from this particular given column, also on your left-hand side, you'll be able to see place order after new purchases. What? New purchases order. So you come and click place order. So when you click place order now, you will be able to select it. When you select it now, you can be able to do it. You will see order. When you look at this one, we have order, then also we have here deliver. So you can easily do all things using this particular given what? A display pattern or a display icon here. So we have order, you can click order. So when you order now, you will see, do you want to print the purchase order for your selected item? You can select what? Yes. So when you select yes, now you'll be able to do it. You click yes again, then you can be able to do it, to close. So when you close, you have ordered. You'll see under the on order, you'll see order. After you order now, you can deliver. So from this column, you will have deliver here. Are you seeing deliver?
Yes.
Deliver. So after deliver here, still in this particular given window that has been displayed, we have deliver. So when we click deliver, under this particular given layout, you'll see delivered. So you come and click it. So when you click deliver now, you can be able to select what? Yes. You can say print later. So when you say print later, now you'll see complete.
Complete.
You have made an order, then you have delivered. Now it is complete. So when it's complete now, this is the total amount. It would be what? 253. So it is good also to write somewhere so that you can be able to pay use exactly figure 253, 212.50. So this is the amount that you need to pay. So you come and do what? You'll come and also close now here. So when you close, you have done place order, you have done deliver orders. Now you go to what? Update order. So when you go to update order now, you can select also again. So when you click update order, you can select update. So you'll be able to see this is the update that you have purchased. From this particular given case, you have purchased what? Iron sheets, you have purchased sand, you have purchased also, we have, so this tax code, they represent different items, but we had concretes and iron sheet also. So once they are done, you can now select all, then you update. You'll be able to see this is the update of the list, so that you can be able to look at. We have the iron sheets, we have concretes, and then we have the sand. So you can just click what? Save.
Yes.
Save, then you can click yes. So when you click yes, now you can be able to close. So when you update now, you go direct to what? Pay supplier. So when you click supplier, you'll be able to select. When you select pay supplier, now you'll have the payee. Payee, we have been selling this item to Mohammed. We have been purchasing from Mohammed. So you'll select Mohammed, then you click what? Okay. So when you click OK, the total amount that we were supposed to pay, it will what? 212.50. 212.50. This is the total amount that we need to pay from who? Juliet Hardware Limited. Juliet Hardware Limited. So when you click here in this column, you'll be able to indicate in words now. It will be $253,212.50. So once they're done, now you can be able to select also. When you look at this particular given case, we have different now. You'll be able to indicate here also 212.50, like that. So when you want to have a discount, you can easily prompt the customer to give you a discount. If you have the discount with that particular given supplier, is when you can be able to assign a discount amount here. So from this particular given case, once they are done with everything, now you can be able to click save. Then you do what? You close. It's just very simple like that. So that's how you'll be able to do it. To make the purchases, pay the bills with the customer, with the supplier. So from this particular given case, we have said you do what? I can still repeat it. When you want to make purchases order, we have said you click new purchases what? When you select new purchases order now, you'll select the supplier that you want to buy goods from, which will be Mohammed. Then you click what? Okay. So when you click OK, you'll come and what? We have the reference number here. So this is the purchase number 2. So you can say 002. Then from there now, we have also here product code here. The product code, you'll be able to select. For example, we have iron sheet. You click what? Okay. Then you can go and specify the quantity. The quantity is how many do you want to buy? Like the iron sheets. We can say you want 10. So when you buy it, you'll be able to see it as indicated here. Then we have also another item, which will be concretes. The concretes now you can be able to select here, remove. When you remove now, you place the quantity that you want to buy. Let us say you want to buy 12 tons concretes. So you come and click a free space. So when you click a free space, you'll see it will be taking 12 times the price of that particular given what? Commodity. Then it will calculate the total. Then it will remove the VAT from that particular given figure. So in this case also you can select another one. We have another one like sand. When you choose sand, you can click OK. Then you can specify. When you specify, you keep the, maybe you want to buy 4 tons of sand. So when you click 4, it will be automatically to multiply 4 times what? 2,000. It is 20,000. So it will be here 80,000. 80,000. So in this particular given case, you'll see it has calculated the total, which will be 128,600 and what? 60? Is it 128,662.50. So once they are done, now you can click what? Save. So if you want to do another order, you can also do another order here. But now you just need to close. So when you close now, you'll go to place order now. So you'll go to place order. Then you select, you click what? Order here. Are you seeing order somewhere? Yeah, you'll be able to click order. So when you order, you click what? Yes. So when you select yes, now you'll be able to save. So you just select yes, then you close. You close. When you close in that particular given case, now you can easily complete here, or you close, then you go and click deliver or deliver order, depending with the procedure that you want to use. So you just click what? Deliver. When you click deliver now, you'll check here under deliver column, you'll be able to see complete. So you can click yes. So when you click yes, now you say print later. So you'll see complete. Complete. So when you complete now is when you can go and click close. When you click close now, you have already made, but you have already placed the order. You have delivered. Now you need to update the order. So you update the order so that you can be able to pay in this particular given scenario. So when you click here, update order. So you'll be able to see we had what? This is the first one. So they had already posted. So that's why they have said yes, which represents. So you come and select the second one here. Then you can be able to do it, to click update. When you click update, you'll see we have those things that you have been buying. Automatically, we have seen the orders. You have order 10, you have order 12, you have order 4. So when you order in that particular given style, you can be able to click what? Update. Update. So when you update, it will be able to display the list so that you can be able to save. Then you can click yes. So when you click yes, now you can be able to do it, to close. So once you close, now is when you go to what? Pay order supplier. Pay supplier. So you come and click pay supplier. So it's good when you are doing those transactions, you keep in mind the total number of figures that you are working with them. So here we have Mohammed, then you can select yes. So when you select yes, now we have also this one, the total amount. So it was 128,662, like that, 0.50. So once you're done, you click here. Also now you do it. Payment here, it will be 128,662.50, like that. So if this supplier may prefer to give you a discount, is when you can indicate here a discount. But in this particular given case, there's no need of discount. So we can just click what? Save. But you need to keep in mind the date that you are doing the transaction, because sometimes date will be able to affect your transaction if you enter a wrong date. For example, if you put here 2021, automatically it will not be able to reflect when you are running those particular given reports. So you need to ensure that all these particular given fields of dates are correctly indicated. The bank account already it's here. So you'll see it is bank account. So you can just select what? Maybe Juliet account is the one that is paying. So you'll be able to do it, to select Juliet account, which is 1201. Then you can be able to use Juliet account to pay these particular given bills. So you come and click what? Okay. So when you select okay, now Juliet Kavai account is the one that will be responsible of what? Paying this particular given bill. Then you can be able to click what? Save. Then you close. You close. So that's how you'll be able to pay the suppliers when you make a purchases what? A purchases order. So from this particular given case, suppose now this particular given supplier, you want to buy goods on invoice or on credit. You'll go to what? Purchase invoice. Yeah. Using purchase invoice.
Yes.
So you can click there. So when you look at this one, you'll be able to select Mohammed. Then you can be able to click what? Okay. Then you click OK. So when you click OK, you'll be able now to do it. To also specify this particular given scenario, you are seeing material purchased. You write an invoice for the material purchased. Then you can be able to, so you can be able to select any that you want in this particular given case. But now when you look at this particular given case, already they had indicated here. So when you look at debt, you can be able to select as debt 1. Then you can click what? Okay, so the debt, if that particular given person did not give you the money, you can indicate maybe 100 and what? Assume we have done a credit purchase of what? 128,662. So you just indicate here 128,662. Then from there now, if we have VAT, you can also see it will be able to calculate in that particular given case. So when you look at this, you just click save. So when you click save, you can be able to close. So when you close now is when you can go to what? Pay. Then you can be able to select. If that particular given person had paid you now, you can be able to go and select it here. Then you put the figure that you want to put, like 662,000. We have not 662,000, it will be 128,000, then 662.50, like that. So once they're done, you come and select the bank account here that will be able to pay, which will be Juliet. Then you can select okay. The date you can be able to choose here also. So once you choose, now you come and fill the figure also in this particular given column of payment, which will be 128,662.50, like this, 662.50. So once they're done, now is when you can click save. Save. So that's happened maybe if that particular given customer purchased goods but did not buy. So the same, when you want to work with them, you can be able to indicate this particular given order in this particular given column. Then you can now do what? Pay the supplier. So when you pay the supplier, you'll be able to see all other things here, like the bank remittance and bank checklist. It happens if you that particular given supplier purchased and you paid through. If you purchased from that particular given supplier and you paid through the check, is when you can be able to see the list of checks that you have made in this particular given case. Like here, we have not made any check here. Even if you choose Juliet, you'll see there's not any check that you have ordered. So the index number is the number that you will be shown. How many checks have you written? To which supplier? So you'll be able to see this particular given checks listed here. But this particular given bank, it has paid directly to that particular given person. You did not write any check. So after that now, assume now you have understood how to create new purchases, place orders, delivers, update, then you will pay the suppliers. When you want to record the credit invoicing is when you can go here now. You create what? Patch invoice, then you can pay the invoice. The supplier, you can pay the supplier the invoice that you have made. In this particular given case also, when you look at this particular given scenario, we have make payment here. Make payment is the same as when you click here, pay supplier. Because when you look at this particular given drop down list, we'll have new purchases order, we have place order, we have deliver order, then we have update. So if you are not interested with this particular given method, you can just click on this particular given list of menus so that you can see in this particular given navigating part so that you can be able to work with this one. So you just make purchases order, you place the order, you deliver. After delivery, you update the orders, then you make what? The payment. The payment. When you make the payment now, it will be able to do what? To detect from your account that particular given amount of money that you have selected to be paid. Suppose now this particular given person has made what? Maybe you have made a refund. So if you make a refund, you write off or give a refund. Give a refund in this particular given case. So you just click give refund. So when you click give refund, we have a supplier invoice refund as the first refund that you are giving. So you can just select here. When you select, you are giving a refund to Mohammed Sand, because you wrote an invoice which was here of what? 162, which was 128,662. So you want to make a refund so that this money will be returned back to you. So you can click what? Next. So you'll be able to see the types of items that you had purchased here. So we had iron sheets, we have concrete, we have sand. So all those particular given features have been indicated here. So what you need to do now is just to click what? Next. So when you click next, you want to do what? Write a refund from who? Maybe Juliet Kabai. Then you can be able to select what? Next. So when you select next, now you can put additional reference here. So you can just say refund. Refund. You can just write a refund. Then the date, you can easily specify the date that you want to make the refund. So when you specify the date, now you can click next. So we have enter, an invalid date was entered. Please enter the valid date. So you can assign the date that is in the correct format. So when you click here, you'll be able to see. Double click on it, then you click next on this. So you'll be able to select the date that will be able to match, which will be, let us see. So we have, you can put maybe 57, maybe 27, 2022 as an example. Then you click next. Still, it's not accepting. So when you look at this particular given case, we can just put 2, which will be 7, maybe 29, 2020, 2022. Like that. So you can click next. Select. Go back, we see. So you select next. You need to indicate the date that is needed here. So you can put maybe 29. Just test this particular event so that you can see. Yeah, so you put the date of the end month. End month was supposed to be paid. So that's why I've decided to give the next month, which will be 01, 08, 2020 what? 2022. So you can put a refund here. Then you can click what? Finish. So when you click finish, it will have been written a refund for that particular given a supplier that will be able to look at it. So when you look at this particular given case, you'll know how to write a refund. So you just select here, write a refund, then it will direct you to where you want to make a refund, like supply check, returns. We have refund credit notes, payment on account. So since we had done an invoice, is when we selected what? Invoicing, return. So you can click next, then you select the supplier, you click next. You can also select another one here, maybe for sand. The customer want to return sand, so you can select you are returning sand now in that particular given supplier account. So you can select another one, then you can click. When you click next, it will do what? Now you need to indicate. So for example, in this particular given case, we can also put the refund, which will be, you write a refund like that. So in this particular given case, when we're writing date here, mostly we normally start with the month. We normally start with what? the date, then the month, then from there now the year. So leave alone with this particular given format of the date and time here. You see, when you look at this particular given format, it is starting with month. So in this particular given case, now you'll start with the day. So it will be on 28th, then on 7th, 2020 what? 2020, 2022. So once you do like that, remember when you write in the wrong correct format of the date, it will not accept. That's why at the first time, it was not accepting. So you need to start with the day, then months, then you indicate the year. So once you're done, you click next. So let us put the one that we assigned in that particular given case, which will be on 8th, which will be 2022. Then you can click next. That 2022, we can also just write 22 instead of writing 2022 because it's not a writing in full. So let us see if it will be able to accept it. So we have 7th, then 2022.
Invalid.
8, 22, that particular given case. So you put the forward, date of that particular given month that will be following. So when you look at this particular given scenario now, it is additional refund. So you can be able to do it, to write a refund for that particular given person. We have also manage credit. Mostly when you want to manage your credits, you can also click what? Manage credit here. So when you want to manage credit, so sometimes you'll be able to look at this particular given scenario. But now, when you look at this one, all suppliers, you'll be able to manage all suppliers that were there. So like when you look at this one, you'll be able to see we have Mohammed. So when you look at this particular given scenario, this particular given manage credit, you can be able to do it. To print the list of what you have been doing. Managing is like making edits of what you have been doing in this particular given transaction. So you can print this particular given list so that you can be able to see. When you just click print, you'll be able to see how it will be able to appear. Like one copy, you can also print option, which is like text and lines. We have text and so on. Then we have also print on file. Is when you can be able to see some scenarios, papers appear like when they are in a file. So that particular given format you'll be able to see in this particular given case, you'll be able to see types of formats that you can be able to select here. So you can choose collate copies, print on file, and so on. So once they are done is when you can be able to click what? Okay. So when you click OK, you can be able to print. So you can just cancel. When you look at this one, you can look at the contacts of this particular given person. When you look at this, it's Mohammed from 1980, date range from 1980. But now this one you can also still adjust. Instead of 1980, you can put 2022 as an example. Then we have to 2029 in this particular given case. So you choose the range that you want to do. So when you check on the account, it is open because you can see you are doing business with that particular given person. We have credit position. Mostly credit position is good because you are allowed to do business with that person. Then we have also outstanding, the balance that you are paying, it's here. Overdue credit limit, it's 0 here. Promised payment, you'll see they are there. So everything you'll be able to see in this particular given column of what? Contacts. So in this particular given case, when you see those particular given features, maybe you can just close. We have also activity. For example, you can be able to display all the transactions. So you select all transaction or a purchased invoice or a purchase payment. So when you want to select, you just select. But now in this case, you can specify the year. So it was in 2022, like this, 2022. 2. So you can print all the purchases that you made with that particular given person until to the final date that you are working in. So when you look at this case, we have also 2022, maybe this is a range of year, 2022, December. So this one will be on the first day of this particular given month. For example, July. So when you select July, you double click. So from July to 31st December, all the transactions that you have done in this particular given period, you'll be able to display. So you'll see it will be able to bring those particular given purchases in. Like you have given a refund, you have also given a refund. The purchases were payments, which was 53,512.50. So these are the amount that you have been doing those particular given transactions. So when you look at this particular given scenario, you can still view so that you view in a report form. So in this case, you'll be able to see you purchased something like iron sheets, congrats, sands. You'll be able to see in this particular given case, which was 215,500 shillings. So when you look at that, you can easily close. So this one is like tracing what you have been doing in your business. So after tracing everything, you can also do it. Close. So you just close and so on. So that's how you can be able to do it, to manage credit control. Credit control is like tracking what you have been doing in your business. Under the column of suppliers is when you'll be able to see manage credit list. So under this particular given fields, mostly we have summarized. Now we are going to links. When you look at links mostly they're used to provide additional info. But before we go to links, I hope I've said when you want to add a new customer, you need a new supplier, you need to understand where you can be able to add by just clicking here. If you want to edit a supplier, it's when you can be able to click edit. So when you click edit, you'll be able to choose the supplier. When you choose the supplier, you'll be able to see what this particular given feature will be open. So when particular given feature, now we have also VAT numbers. If you have VAT numbers, you can still add. Maybe a company may be providing you with additional information. You can just still add here. If you want to add telephone number 2, you can still add and so on. We have default here. The default, mostly when you click on it, you will be able to see some of the words, features that will be able to be displayed, like custom fields. You can custom on this particular given fields. Default nominal code, you can easily change. If you are doing adjustment, you can do adjustment. If you are doing advertising, you can do advertising here. Then from there now, we have also default tax code. You will be able to see all those particular given default tax code here. But in this case, they normally appear automatically in this particular given column. So from there now, you can also be able to do it. You look at the discount here. So if you have the discount, you'll be able to see. When you look at this one, you have departments. You'll be able to see the departments in this particular given case, in this particular given scenario. So you can assign department 1, 2, 3, and so on. We have credit control. Credit control, if this particular given customer had what? A credit limit, you'll be able to see it here. Settle discount, you'll be able to see. But this one now already, we have said there's no credit limit. So you'll not be able to see any figure in this particular given area of credit control. We have purchases. You'll see all the purchases that has been made, like on July and August. You'll be able to see. So July, they had purchases of an invoice of this particular given amount. And then also we have on August, which we were giving a refund. You'll be able to see. This is the refund which we did on August. So in that particular given case, yes. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Are you getting? Huh?
There's a blackout, so.
A blackout of power?
Yes. I went offline.
You went offline. So I was just saying, but there's power now, right now.
No, data. I'm using data.
You are using data. So
Yes.
let me be fast so that you can see.
Okay. Where
Okay.
are we?
So where I was saying, if you want to edit the supplier here, you can be able to use the edit column here, edit feature. So when you want to edit something, you just click edit supplier. And managing control is all about how you can manage your bill that you have been doing. But under edit, you'll be able to click edit. When you click edit now, you'll see details. When you click on details, mostly you'll be able to choose the supplier here. So when you choose supplier, you click OK. So once you click OK, you'll be able to see some of the features that will be displayed here. So these particular given features, mostly you'll be able to see. We have also the name of the customer, the name of the supplier, the address info. Then we have also what? The balances that he has in his account. We have open. We have also Mohammed Sand is the name of the what? Contact name. If you want to add contact number 2, you can still add. If you want to add fax, you can still add. When you go to defaults here, defaults, you can also do other information that you want. For example, if we default on this particular given month, maybe the first one you say maybe was poor, poor also, maybe weak, and so on. So you can just put any comment this particular given analysis. Then we have nominal code. This one is just automatic. Nominal code, you can also specify the code that you are doing the changes. If you are doing the accruals, you can put this particular given 2109. If you are doing adjustment, you put 7009. You just select. So the one that you want to do in this particular given case. So once they're done, you can be able to click OK. In this case, we have also the discount. If this particular given supplier is giving you a discount, you can be able to see the discount feature in this particular given scenario. Then we have credit control. Credit control mostly is used to control the credit that this particular given supplier has given you. For example, you may be given a credit limit of what, 10,000 or 20,000. So you'll be able to see the figure here. Then settlement due days. So since we have given here 0, there's no need of giving it here again. So if that particular given supplier has given you things on credit, you can be able to assign this particular given figure this in this particular given column. So you'll be able to trace in this particular given column, you'll be able to see the credit limit and settlement days in this particular given column. So that's how you'll be able to see. When you look at purchases, these are things that you have been purchased from that particular given supplier. So when you look at this particular given month, we have July. July mostly is the month that we have done the first transaction, which was what, 533,052 shillings, 0.85. So this particular given amount, it was reflecting in this month of what, July. Then when you look at ACAST, we did also a refund on ACAST, which we assigned 1/8/2022. So this particular given refund, it was totaling to what, 241,462. Yeah, it was the refund that we were giving. So in this particular given case, also you can select order. You can check on the orders that you are making. Like on 27th, you made an order and this order was delivered. It was posted and paid. And also on the second order you made, then it was posted. So when you want also to view in form of graph, you can also view the graph. Like in this particular given case, on the first month, you'll see this particular given graph is showing upward. But when you give a refund, it went down. So in this particular given case, when you give a refund, it is going to the negative, which was on ACAST. Yeah. So from this particular given case, you can also view activities. You can also view the bank details of this particular given person. You can also view the contacts of this particular given person. You can also view the memos. Memos, if we have a node that you have added, you'll be able to see it here. So that's how you can work with this particular given details of this particular given supplier. So all these particular given features, you need to be able to interact with them so that when you come across a certain scenario, you can know where you need to click and then you sort out that particular given issue or a problem. Now we can go to links. For example, if you want to see the supplier list, you just click supplier list. You'll be able to see the supplier list in this particular given what? display window. Then we have products. The product that you are dealing with them, you'll be able to see them in this particular given what? Window. If you still want to add them, you can still click what? New. Then you add another product, another product. Then we have also what we call prices. You can still see the prices of this particular given product. You can be able to do it, to edit. If you want to edit the price, you can be able to edit. So you select the item. When you select the item here, you edit the purchase price. You can still edit. You can say maybe 2,000 like that. So once you can see, you can still also click here, you add another one, another item, then you click OK. So when you click OK, you'll be able to see maybe it's what, 5,000 and so on. So that's how you'll be able to edit these particular given features. So once they're done now is when you can be able to click what? Save. But you can still edit all the items that you have been working with this. For example, you can put here also make what? Maybe 2,000. One iron sheet, it costs you 2,000. So once they're done, now you save. So when you save, it will be able to save this particular given fields. Supposing you want to add an item, you just click add an item, you select all, and then you click what? Okay. So already the items are there. But if you did not sign manually here, if you are not signing manually, you just click add items, then you can add automatically. So if you want to print this list, you can just click print, then you'll be able to see. So in that particular given case, when you save, you close. So that's how you'll be able to edit those particular given items and so on. Then we have also transfers. Maybe you want to make transfer, you can select transfer from what? Sand. Then when you select sand, unable to process your transfer from 001 due to what? No sub assemblies. So in this particular given case, you need to have what? Linked to another feature so that you can be able to transfer. But now this one will be able to look at them. We have also activities. We have product default. We have reports. Reports now is when you want to generate reports of what you have been doing. In this particular given case, you'll be able to see reports here. So when you click reports, you can be able to view different types of reports like profit, the product profits. We have the sales reports. We have product evaluation reports. We have store control reports. So all reports under supplier, you'll be able to see all those particular given reports in this particular given what? Pattern, which we have reports in this particular given case. So I've tried to brush through those particular given things so that you can be able to understand. So under the customer, we have done, under the supplier column, we have already done with them. So let us see if you want to make, if a customer is making a purchase for you, where do you go? So if you are working with the customers, now we have another case, you'll go and click what? Module. Then you can select customer. But if you are working with supplier, it's when you click supplier. But in this case, already we have done with the suppliers. Now, when you want to go to supplier to customer, you can click customer. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, are you getting me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've said if you want to work with the supplier, you switch to supplier. And if you want to work with customers, supposing customer want to buy goods, you go to customer. When you click customer, automatically this program will switch. So when it switches, now you'll be able to do it, to see different fields here. The same way we have been working in what? In supplier is the same way. Supplier. But the only terms that were used in supplier now will change when it comes to customer. When it comes to customer here. So the same features, like when you look at this one, they are here. We have new customers, we have edit, we have new quotation. When you look at the new quotation, you'll be able to see it here. When you look at new sales order, you'll see it here. We have allocate and so on. Allocate is already here. We have also dispatch, already it's here. So there's no need of struggling when you want to make any purchases order. It is you to choose the method, the preferred method that you want to use. If you want to use this particular given list, is when you can go to this list. If you want to use this particular given icons, is when you can go to this particular given what? Icon, so that you can be able to use them. But it will depend with the way you want to work out with this particular given procedure. So some people prefer to use this one, others prefer to use this particular given icons, because icons are directly pointing to where you need to move to the next step. So in this particular given case, for example, if I want to make a quotation, for example, if a customer wants to make a quotation, he will come and click here. So you, as the one that is serving in that particular given company, you come and click new quotation here. So when you click new quotation, you'll come and select the account. Account is the details of the supplier, or details of the customer that he or she is making what? The sales order. So you'll come and do what? Click here. So when you select, maybe it will be Moses Mapati Limited. So you'll come and select. So we hit a credit limit. That's why it's warning you. If you want to proceed, you can proceed. But if you want to allow this customer to pay first, is when you can go to that particular given edit customer column or edit customer feature. Then you click, you remove that particular given what? Edit credit limit that you have already signed. But in this particular given case, it's just a warning to be aware the customer that you are dealing with had a debt for you. So once they are done, you can select what? Maybe iron sheet. You click what? Okay. So when you click okay, now you come and click the quantity. The quantity now is the quantity that you want to assign in this particular given scenario. Maybe this particular given person called Moses Mapati Limited is buying 100 iron sheets. 100 iron sheets. So when it's 100, when you click in another row, it will calculate. So it will be what? 998,200. When you remove what? The VAT and so on. When you remove the VAT, it will be able to remain with what? 98,000.00. So you can be able to indicate also, maybe he wants to buy concretes. You can select concretes. Then you can also assign the figure here. Maybe concretes, he bought 200 tons. So when he bought 200 tons, when you go to the other side, also you can select another one, which will be what? Maybe sand. So you can select sand. When you select sand, you'll be able to specify, maybe he bought 50 tons of sands. So if you bought 50 tons of sands, you can be able to do it, to click a free space. So when you click a free space, now is when you can select, you look at this one, it will do what? 735,000 shillings. But when you look at the total, when you include the tax, it will be 861,052 shillings. Are you seeing it? Hello? 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 After recording all this particular given transaction now is when you'll be able to go and do it. Select the date that you want to record it. Then also you can be able to specify maybe the dates here in this particular given date column. So when you look at this particular given case, when you are recording this particular given transaction, at least you need to be very sharp on recording this particular given date, because if the date is not matching with the type of transaction, sometimes you'll be end up making a loss. Because in this particular given case, when date is not ranging, you will not be able to trace that particular given what? Purchases order. So once you are done, you can now just click save and close. But remember, before you click save and close, you need to record this particular given, the total amount that will be indicated here. So this is what we have, 861,052 shillings, 0.50, 861,052 shillings, 0.50. In this particular given case, this is the total amount of money that you need to record. So once you have done, you will click save and close. So when you click save and close, you'll come and do it. Select OK in this particular given case. So when you select OK, it means you'll be able to do it, to see different features that will be displayed. So in this particular given case, when you are recorded, now you can close. You can close so that you don't need to do it to proceed with another transaction. So once you close is when now you can click new sales order. Remember, we have started with the new quotation. Now we have a new sales order here. So when you click new sales order, it will be able to bring for you now the order that you want to make if you want to buy the items. So we can still use Moses Mapati Limited as our customer. Then you click OK. So when you click OK, this notification is all about the type of credit limit that you assigned when you are creating this particular given customer profile. So there's no need of worrying about it, but it normally notify you if this particular given customer has a credit limit that you have assigned. So you can either proceed to make transaction or you can stop there to wait for the customer to pay the credit limit, or if those particular given purchases were existing beyond that credit limit, you can still do away with that particular given customer. So once you're done, you can just specify here. So we have selected Moses Mapati. Now you can select also the quotation, the new order. Now you click OK. Now you put here maybe 100 still. When you put 100, you go and click also another one. You select maybe what? 03 concretes. You click OK. So when you click OK, you'll be able to select what? Maybe 100 also turns. Then you can also select another one here. So when you select also another one, it will be iron sheets. So this iron sheets also, you assume the customer bought 50 iron sheets or 80. So it will be the quantity. So it will be total 80 iron sheets in this particular given case. So after doing so, you need to indicate the date. So our date here, it is on 27th July 2022. So this particular given date mostly is used to indicate what the transaction that you are recording, it was done on which date. If you want to assign a reference, supposing this has reference number 2, you can select reference number 2 here. So sometimes it's good to indicate the reference, but if you don't want, there's no need of assigning the reference, you just do away with it. So this, remember, it's a sales order. Then from there now, when you are done, you come and indicate this particular given figure where you will be able to deposit. So you come and what? Record 494.60. This is the total amount of money that you need to do it to record in your account. So once they're done, you can now click what? Save and close. So when you save, you click yes. So once you click yes, now you can just close this particular given what? Window. So when you close, after making the purchases order, now you can go to allocate. So this allocating now, mostly it will be able to do it to see which type of item that you have purchased. So when you click allocate, now you'll come and select. Maybe you want to allocate this one, which we have indicated here to be 895,434. So once you are here, you can now just click what? Allocate in this particular given menu. Remember, when you look at allocate, mostly it's used to select the type of what? Transaction that you have done. So you come and click allocate, then you click yes. So when you look at this particular given scenario, in this particular given pattern here, so this particular given pattern, so we have also allocate. So once you allocate, you'll see here it's full, but now you need also to dispatch. So in this particular given case, you can easily dispatch by clicking dispatch. But if you don't want to use this icon, you can still just do it, click save, you can click close, so that when you go to dispatch, you can easily dispatch it here. But in this particular given scenario, once you just allocate, you just dispatch automatically. So you just click dispatch, then you click here, yes. So when you click yes, automatically under dispatch, you'll be able to see complete. So when you see complete, it means now you have already dispatched the items. Now you can now just click close. When you click close now, you just close here. So once you dispatch, now you can be able to do it, to receive payment here. Receive payment mostly is used to receive the payment that this particular given person has purchased the goods. And remember, I said you need to also to indicate that particular given payment in a clear written manner, so that when you go and receive payment here, you'll be able to receive payment from this particular given person, Moses Mapati. Then you can click OK. So when you click OK, this payment, it was what? Received. We remember it was 494.60 in this particular given case. So once they're done, that's how you can make that particular given payment, 895,494. So you need to be keen. When you miss one figure, it will not be able to balance with the reports. So you just indicate 895 we have said 895,494. So you click our free space, so you'll be able to see this particular given figure here. So once they're done, the reference you can easily assign, it is 001. Since it is the first transaction, you put it 001 like that. So remember also the analysis total, it will put 895,494.60. So once they're done, now you can just click save. So when you click save, it will be able to save this particular given amount. So once it's saved, now you can close. So when you close, now you have received the money. So when you receive this particular given money, also when you look at this one, they have indicated here, new sales order, new invoice, allocate stock, dispatch stock, receive payment. So you can receive the payment here also. That's why we have this particular given payment column. So when you look at this payment column, mostly it's just to receive the payment that this particular given person has already made in this particular given case. So when you look at this particular given case, we have said when you want to make an quotation. Quotation is just the list of items and how this particular given item are being sold out. For example, let me repeat another example so that you can easily understand. For example, if I want to make a quotation, I'll click here, quotation. So when I select quotation, I'll come and click the customer that I want. Maybe let us say we have John Sands Limited. You can select John Sands Limited, then you click OK. So when you click OK, also it will notify this person has a credit limit. So you can just click OK if you want to proceed, or if you don't want to proceed, you go and do it. Wait for the customer to clear the credit, or you cannot allow this person to make a credit sales or a credit purchase from this particular given scenario for that particular given amount that you assigned under the credit limit. So you need to be very careful. When you assign a credit limit of 20,000, this particular given customer, when he is making goods on credit, you don't allow him to pass 20,000 if you assign that particular given credit limit to be 20,000. So once they're done, you can now just click what? Okay. So when you click OK now, in this particular given case, I've said first, you have selected the account to be John. John, we have an address here, which was 001. So this address represents John. Then you can come and select the product here. So this particular given product, you are ordering from this particular given company, it will be per unit. So there's no need of putting specific figures here. So it will be per unit. Then we have also this particular given scenario, 003. You select. We have also this one. You select, it will be iron sheets. You click. So once you have all these particular given features here now, is when you can be able to do it to make sure that the date is correct. The way you are making the transaction, you indicate that the date is what? Correct. So when the date is correct, now you can just record this particular given figure. So for you to be able to record the total, you can be able to click our free space first, then you'll be able to see that the total amount here, it is 9,400 shillings. It will be 9,400 shillings. So once they are done, you can now just click save. Then you can now do a close. So from this particular given quotation is when you can now make sales order. You can now just make a sales order by clicking new sales order. When you click new sales order, now you can select now this particular given person whom we call it John Sand. John Sand Limited, you can select OK, then you click OK. So from this particular given case, you can now just select the item that this particular given John is buying. So in this case, you need to specify the quantity. And this particular given quantity, you can be able to put it maybe John Sand poured maybe 200 in quantity of sand, 200 tons of sand. So it will be 175,000 and so on. Then from this particular given case, you can be able to select also iron sheets here. So iron sheets, we can assume John bought 100 iron sheets. Then we have also here another iron sheet here. So you can also scroll so that you can see others. But from this particular given case, we wrote a few list of items. So we can just work with the one that are here. So you just select another one. Then concretes also maybe you bought 80 tons and so on. So when you click a free space, the figures will be automatically be calculated in this particular given scenario. So it will be what? When you look at this one, it will be 1,480,500. This is the total amount of money that we need to receive from this particular given person. 1,400,000 and what? 480,500. 500, 500. So that's how you'll be able to indicate in this particular given case. So when you indicate those particular given features, now you'll be able to see that in this particular given case, after making sure that all these particular given fields are recorded, now you can just click save and close. That's why I've said first, before you click save and close, you need to record that particular given figure somewhere so that you can be able to refer if you are making those particular given transactions. So when you click there now, you can be able to click save and close. Now you just click save, then you close so that you proceed to what? Allocate stock. When you click allocate stock, now is when you can be able to select this particular given person that you are selling that particular given item, which is John Sands Limited. Then you can click what? Allocate. Don't close if you have not allocated. So you allocate the stock, you click allocate, now you see full here. So when you allocate, we have also what you call dispatch. Dispatch mostly is used to dispatch the items. So either you can use dispatch that is here, or you just close and then you click here to dispatch. So when you are here, you just click dispatch automatic. You just click here dispatch. When you click dispatch, you can click yes. So when you click yes, automatically this particular given this transaction will be complete. So once you are done, you can just click what? Save. We have close here. So you just click close. When you make close, you'll be able to do it to see that this particular given transaction has been already closed. So when you close, now after making those particular given transactions, you have allocated, you have dispatched. Now is when you can go and receive payments here. When you go and receive payments, you can just click here, receive payments. When you click receive payments, now automatically now it will bring to this particular given window, which you can be able to select what? The customer name. So this particular given customer name, it was John Sand. So you can just select John Sand. And remember this particular given John Sand, if you assign a code here, you can be able to see that the code is the one that will reflect here. So you just click OK. So when you click here, you'll see the code that will appear here. But sometimes if you use the name of the person, you can just see the name of the person. So from there now, you will receive the amount here, which will be in total of what? 1,480,000, the way we had indicated there, 1,480,000. So once they're done, you can also come here and then you record 1,480,000, 1,480,500 like that. Then once they're done, you can be able to put a reference. Since it is the second transaction, now you can put what? 0000, maybe 2. This is the second transaction. That's why we assign it to be 002 and so on. So from this particular given case, this particular given transaction, when it's okay with the date that you have indicated here, without changing, you'll be able to do it, to proceed to save and close. But if you want to change the date that you are doing the transaction, is when you can be able to do it, to click here and save that particular given transaction. So once they're done, you just click save, then you can click close. When you click close, now that particular given transaction will have been what? Received. So that's how you can be able to receive that particular given transactions. So when you receive that particular given transaction, also remember here, we normally have what? Edit customer, we have new quotations, we have new sales order, we have new invoice allocate, dispatch, receive, payments. When you receive payment is when you can be able to do it, to write that particular given figure that you are receiving that particular given case. So from this particular given case also, we may get another scenario where a customer is buying things on credit. So when you buy things on credit, you just click new invoice. When you click new invoice here, you'll be able to specify the type of item that this particular given person is buying on credit. So let us say Moses, my party, want to buy things on credit. So you can able to do it, to select here, then you choose the list of items that Moses will be buying. Then we have also the quantity, you can maybe put 2. Then we have also another one here, which will be concretes. So you can select here to be maybe what? Maybe 2 also. Then we have also another one, maybe iron sheets. Iron sheets, when you select, you click OK. Now you can be able to do it. To remove this one, you put like 5. So once they're done, this is the type of item that this particular given customer, you are writing an invoice. So when you write this invoice to this particular given person, you will be able to see that this total amount that will be indicated here, it will be 21,000. It will be 21,813. This is the total amount of money that this particular given person will be recording. So when you look at this particular given scenario now, you need to ensure that the date is correctly indicated from this particular given scenario. So the type of transaction that we are doing is an invoice. That's why it has indicated here an invoice here. So once they are done, now is when you can click save, then you close. So you save, and then you close. So from this particular given invoice, we normally have post invoice. You will click there. So you'll come and select here this particular given invoice. Then you click update. When you click update, you'll click what? Okay. So you'll see the invoice the way it will be able to look like. When you look at this particular given invoice, you'll see the invoice how it will be able to look like. But in this case, when you just show that particular given invoice, you just go direct to receive payment here. So you just receive payment, you receive from this particular given Mapati. If Mapati will now be paying, so you'll be able to receive from Mapati. So this particular given Mapati, you'll be able to see that this particular given person will be paying amount of what? 21,000, paying 21,813.33. So that's how you'll be able to indicate. This is the first reference, you can put 001. So if it's the second reference, you can put 002 or a hash 001 or a hash 002. So once they're done, you click save. When you click save, you can click what? Yes. So when you click yes, you close. So that's how you'll be able to receive the payment in this particular given case. So from this particular given field, when you want to write bulky invoices, you select this. When you select, you'll be able to be directed to this particular given case. So you can select Mapati. So when you select Mapati, it will be indicated here. So Mapati may be bought a net worth. So you put all the total invoice that you have purchased, you have created, then you receive both of them at once. Like we can say the total invoice that we have received here, it will be 21,813.33, like that, 21,813.33. So when you click below here, you'll see that it will be able to indicate. So sometimes you can also record another invoice. Maybe, for example, you bought from John Sand, also bought another invoice. You can also list them as the second invoice. But in this case, this one, we had only one invoice. So I just need to indicate this one. But if you did like more than one invoice, you can just record them as a patch so that you indicate those particular given invoice in this particular given case here. So once they're done, this is the invoice of 21,813.33. So once you save, you'll be able to click save. Now you close. So when you close, now you receive the payment from those particular given invoices. So you receive from John Sand. John Sand, then you can be able to see we had also 21,813 as an example. So 0.33. So only you use this particular given case. For example, if you wrote many invoices and you did not receive, So when you want to record all those invoices at once, you use this one. But the first step that we used, remember when you are creating an invoice, you just click here, then you receive the payment here. But if you are creating the invoice, maybe you want to receive both of them at once. It's when you can go to patch invoice here. Then you receive the payment from this particular given case. So up to this particular given moment, the tutorial for creating the sales already have understood. For example, if you want to sell goods to the customers, you just use this particular given layout the way it has been assigned. First, you create the quotation. After creating the quotation, you go to new sales order. After sales order, you allocate, then you dispatch. From there now you go to what? Receive payment. If this particular given person bought goods on credit, you can write an invoice by clicking new invoice, then you receive the payment. Suppose now this invoice, there were like 10 of them and you did not receive on this side. You can easily go to patch invoice, then you receive those particular given invoice, all of them. When there are 10, then you can receive the payment in total so that you can be able to save time at once. So it happens a given scenario where you want to write a refund for the customer. When you want to write a refund for the customer, you just click what? New, write off or refund. You just click write off or refund here. So when you click, you'll see if you are making an invoice, you select the category of invoice. If you are writing check returns, you can click the category of check. So let us assume we are making an invoice refund. So you just select, then you click next. So when you click next, you have been making an invoice for John Sand. John Sand will come and select here next. After selecting John Sand, supposing that invoice it was for Moses Mapati, you'll come and select Moses Mapati. But in this case, it is only John Sand whom you wrote an invoice. So you click next. After selecting next, that invoice, it was 14,000. You want to give a refund. So you come and select it. When you select it now, you can click next. So when you select next, you'll choose the account that you need to pay the refund. So you come and click next. Then you can be able to write maybe refund. So since we said you need also to indicate date, you can put the forward date or at the end of the date or at the end of the month that you are making the transaction. So this particular given refund will be made at the end of the month of that particular given month that you are doing the transaction. So in this case, you can put one, maybe stroke one. So the month it will be on 8th. So you can put 20, you can put here 2022 like this, or you can just put 22 in this particular given case. So you can click next. So when you click next, it will be refunded of 14,500. So you just click finish. So if you don't want, you just go back, then you do away with it. You just cancel like that. So that's how you can make the refund for that particular given customer. So if you want to manage credits, is when you can click credit control here. So this credit control, you can be able to see, we had also some transactions that were done. So you can choose contact. If you want to view contacts, you'll be able to view contacts here. Then also, if you want to view things concerning activities, you can click activity, you'll be able to see. If you want to manage also things concerning maybe what records, you'll be able to see records in this particular given case. So this particular given records, you'll be able to see them. Like when you look at credit defaults, you'll be able to see credit controls. Credit controls, this person is no longer under credit. So this particular given person, you cannot assign the settlement days or the discounts. So you just leave it to be 0. If no, that particular given customer is not credited for the credit control or credit limit, you cannot just assign those particular given values. You just leave them to be blank. Credit position, sometimes you can assign this particular given position. Sometimes you can be able to assign it is good, or you use any tag here to do it to work. So from then on, we have sales. You'll be able to see the sale that you have made. Like on July, you made a sale of 20,000. In this particular given case, it was 150,000. 1,502,303.33. In that particular given case, that's the sale that you made on this particular given date. If you could write a refund, you'll see a refund in this particular given case. But this one we have not written. We decided to cancel because we did not indicate, we did not receive that refund. So in this particular given case, you'll see order, the order that this particular given person had made, you'll be able to see it here. If you want to change, you can easily double click inside, then you can be able to change. But now in this particular given case, there's no need of changing. So you just click what? Close. So if you make changes, you just click close, then you'll be able to close. The projects, you can be able to see the projects. Graphs, you can be able to see the graphs here. Like each day, most of the graphs goes upward because we have been making the transactions. So from this particular given case, you have activities also. You'll be able to see the activities that are taking place. We have also contacts of the customer. You'll be able to see the contacts of the customers and the memo. So from this particular given case, once they're done with everything, you just click close. So when you click close, you'll be able to see the button will be bring back to this particular given layout. So when you leave alone with this one, we have also links. Links mostly when you want to view customer list, you can view customer list. If you want to project list, if you hit projects, you can also see the project list here. For example, you can easily create new projects so that you can be able to work with the projects. Then we have also new charges. Sometimes if we have new charges in this particular given column, for example, the prices, we just select here. Then when we select, you'll be able to see the list of items. So when you look at this particular given items, we can come back again so that you can see in correct way. When you close this one, it will take you to this. For example, we have also the quotations list. You'll be able to see the quotation that he has made. So these are samples of quotation that he made. You can be able to see them. If you want to change, you just double click on the quotation, then you will be able to see where you can be able to change. Invoices, if you created the invoice, you'll be able to see the invoices in this particular given case. And those particular given invoices, you receive them, so it will be indicated. So this one, it has been already received, so that's why it's saying yes. We have sales order, the order that you made when you are doing transactions. So you'll be able to see all the orders. It's showing complete because it's already done. It's already done. So that's why it is showing you complete. So once they're done, we have also other scenarios where like activities, the activities that are taking place, you'll be able to see them. We have etching balance. So once they're done with everything here, some are mostly, we said when you want to work with customers, you go to customer module menu, you work with customers. If you want to work with suppliers, you go to suppliers, you work with suppliers. So in this particular given case, when you look at the bank also, you can click the bank so that you can see. When you look at the bank, mostly in this particular given case, you can be able to do it. To look at this particular given bank details. If you want to create a new account, you can click a new account. If you want to edit the account, you can also edit the account here. In this particular given case, you just edit and you'll be able to see that particular given bank, it has been edited. Then from there now, when you want to make also new payments, you can also make a new payment, payments in this particular given case. When you make those particular given new payments, they will be able to reflect in this particular given case. So that's how you can be able to do. When you want to receive payments, you can also receive using this particular given layout. So just click here, you'll be able to receive. But from that particular given customer layout, you'll be able to see an option for receiving payment. So there's no need of coming to bank to receive the payments. So you come and click record transfer. Transfer mostly is used to transfer funds from one place to another. Supposing you want to pay the supplier, is when you can click pay supplier. But under supplier layout, you'll see the option for paying suppliers. So there's no need of coming to bank to pay the supplier. Under that particular given option for a menu of supplier, you'll see the payment of supplier button. You'll be able to click there to make the payments. So once they're there, we have also what we call record transfer. Record transfer, sometimes you can click here so that you can transfer funds from one account to another. So maybe you want to transfer funds from Juliet account. So you select Juliet account, then you can select also to another person, maybe Juliet 2. You click OK. So you want to transfer maybe a specific amount of money. For example, you'll be able to do it. To click here, then you record maybe you want to transfer 2,000 like that, or 20,000. So once they're done, you click save and close. So when you save and close, you will have made that particular given transfer automatically. So that's how you'll be able to do. Reconcile accounts, you can also reconcile. You can see the reconcile statement reference, you can put 001 as the first reconcile. Then from this date to this date, you'll be able to see it will be on the ending balance as on 27, it's here. Then we have the one that you want to view, you can be able to do it, to estimate here, so that you can be able to see the one that is in the bank. So from there now, you can also choose account charges. Account charges you can easily indicate here. So once you're done, you click OK. So when you click OK, you'll be able to reconcile both the accounts. So you can just click what? Ignore the differences or add chart. So you can just ignore the differences so that you can be able to see. So once they're there, so that's how you'll be able to reconcile so that you can be able to look at it. We have the bank list. You can see the number of banks when you go to links here. You can go to banks list. You can go to statements. Statements you will be able to see, like when you click preview, you'll be able to click OK so that you can see the statements. When you look at this one, ending balance is 20,000 and so on. So that's how you'll be able to do with this particular given category. If you wrote a check, you'll be able to see the checklist. But if you do not pay or receive through the check, you'll not be able to to see the checklist here. Then from there now we have also bank defaults. You'll be able to see reports. Also, you'll be able to see. So in general, once you are done with everything here, I hope the class has been well. Now you can be able to do it. To choose you can be able to view the reports. When you want to view reports now in this particular given case, still you can go to modules. When you click modules, you'll be able to see what? Financial, something like financials. When you click financials, you'll be able to see such a like a layout in this particular given case. This particular given financial, you can be able to view the trial balance. I've said when you want to view reports in this particular given programs of Sage, and remember Sage, it is in the same group of accounting package like QuickBooks. But QuickBooks mostly it has a clear menu that you can be able to view. But in this particular given case, I've said for you to be able to view the reports, you need to also again to click module, then you choose financial here. So when you choose financial, it will bring back for you this particular given window display. So you can be able to look at this particular given menus, the type of report that you want to view. For example, if you want a trial balance, you just click trial balance, you'll be able to print or you preview first. So you come and run so that you can be able to preview. So you view a trial balance as on the period 2, maybe first on the period of month August, like this. So from 1st July to 2nd August. So you can click what? Okay, so you'll be able to view that particular given report. So from this particular given report, it will be Juliet Hardware from the period of this particular given what? Month. Then we'll be able to see month, month of 2nd August 2022. These are the bills that you have been doing. Juliet Kavai had also this particular given debit and so on. Credits also, they are here. So once they're done, you just close it. Or you can easily save as. When you click save as, you can just click now, trial balance here. So you just type trial balance like that. So this is the trial balance that you are saving. So you can be able to save on desktop. You just click here. You'll be able to see where you want to save. So when you look at this particular given fields, you can easily save either on the desktop. So when you click on the desktop, you can click save. So when you save, automatically this particular given files will be saved on a desktop of work, your computer. So you can now just close. If you want to view the profit and loss, also you can click here so that you can be able to see profit and loss here. So when you click profit and loss, which is PL, you can be able to click run. So when you run, you can select from the which period to which period. For example, from month, which is in 1st July, maybe to the 2nd August. Then you can be able to click what? Okay. So when you click OK, you'll be able to see those particular given transaction, the way they have been indicating. So the net profit of the year, you had 25,792,271 and so on. So this particular given amount will be carried forward to this particular given year that will be coming. So once they're done, you say, you click what? Save and close. Save and close. So when you click save and close, I've said this report maybe we want to record on it on our desktop. So you just write here profit and loss. When you write profit and loss, this particular given details will be indicated under the desktop. So when you select the desktop here, you'll be able to see the desktop, then you click save. So this particular given desktop will be able to view this one. Is where you are saving the files. When you want to change the page setup, you can click page setup, then you can change the modifications in this particular given column. Sizes of the page, you can click, you can also change. You can put landscape. If you want landscape, then source, you can also specify the type of print. We normally have printers with the different trays, so you can put trail 1, trail 2, trail 2, trail 3, and so on. So trail 1 is the first trail on your printer. Trail 2 is the second tray on your printer that you are having. So it depends on the type of printer that you are working. So you can command this particular given profit and loss to be printed in any tray. So once they're done, you just click close. You'll be able to see also. Another program here. So when you see this particular given program, automatically it will be displayed. So that's how you can be able to view. Even this balance sheet, you'll be able to view the balance sheets in this particular given case. So you just click balance sheet. balance sheet here. So when you click balance sheet, you'll be able to see the balance sheet of this particular given month. So you choose the month as from 1st July 2022 to 2nd August here. So you choose 2nd August, then you click. So when you click, you'll be able to see the balance sheet of this particular given month. So once they're done, I've said to save as. When you click save as, you'll be able to specify balance sheets. So you just write balance sheet like this. When you type balance sheet now, you can click here, then you specify the report where you want to save, then you click save. So once you click save, automatically this particular given file will be saved. Now you can be able to do it, to close. So when you close, now you'll be able to see this particular given features will be displayed. So when you look at this particular given scenario, that's how you'll be able to save those particular given programs. So most of the time you need to understand how to save the program. So when you don't understand, it will be very hard. So once it's done, you'll be able to see in this particular given case scenario. So from this particular given case now, you'll be able to view different fields, and this particular given fields will be used for more details here. So we have ratios, we have balance sheets, and so on. So after this particular given tutorial, now I've done with the first part of the QuickBooks. Now that's how you'll be able to look at those particular given programs. So in this particular given case, you need to understand all these fields in and out, because when you go to the field, it will take you a lot of time when you don't know. But when you are in class, you take a shorter time to interpret what these particular given fields are all about. So after that particular given moment, I'm done with the first tutorial or the second tutorial, which I was having in this particular given scenario. So you need to go through this particular given tutorial so that you can be able to understand and be able to work with this particular given program in and out. This is the last tutorial. I'll be bringing also another tutorial on this particular given program so that you can be able to understand in and out. But up to where we have reached, now I say thank you for listening to me. My name is Bernard Wesonga. If you want to call me, you can call me through this particular given number 07-05-120-709 so that you can meet a certain clarification. So thank you very much.